Today's the day we've all been waiting for, or at least I have, and if you clicked onto this, then I guess you have as well. Today is harvesting our garlic time. So let's talk about exactly what you need to know to harvest your garlic. We started our garlic back in the fall because garlic does take an extremely long time to actually get into the ground and to grow and ready for harvest. But it is now time to harvest. And the reason we know this is because around half of our leaves have started to die back. So you can see here, this has 6 leaves and 3 of them are pretty dead and died back. And that's when you know we're in around mid-July in zone 7 here in New Jersey. So all you have to do to harvest your garlic is you actually just pull them out, and there we go. We have a nice garlic plant here. Now, we did a variety of soft neck and hard neck garlic here in the garden, although I do prefer hard neck garlic. Now, soft neck garlic can be really nice and has really great flavors, but what's really nice about a hard neck garlic, and basically what that is, the inside of the garlic is just a harder stem that goes through it. The hard neck actually will keep for a lot longer. So if you're looking to store your garlic, then a hard neck garlic can be really great, especially for a zone 7, which does allow for both soft and hard neck garlics to be grown. So what we're going to do now is just harvest up all of our garlic, and then we'll talk about how to dry it out and make it last all winter long. Now, honestly, I would have liked to have come in here a little bit earlier, but we were on vacation and then it rained and was flash flooding here. So we are a little later than I want to be. And the reason that you want to get it right when the plants start dying down is because what can happen is the seal on your garlic can start to deteriorate. So that's that layer right here that's protecting the garlic. And if that starts to mold off, then it's just not going to protect your garlic for as long as you want. Something else that we did not do was cut the flowering scape off of the top. Although after some research, I have learned that it is better to cut the scape off. And I am seeing that some of the garlic, so this garlic has the scape cut off. This one does not. And you can see the size of the garlic is astronomically different. This one had the flower, the bottom one did not. We cut it off. And you can see that it really focused its energy down into growing the garlic instead of focusing its energy on flowering, which is why you really want to cut that off. Oh, wow. This one's a baby one. These look so great. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about how you should dry them. Wow, this smells vibrant. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to knock off some of the dirt on these. It doesn't need to be super crazy, and then we'll talk about how we're going to get them stored up a little bit here. So I'm gonna grab some slight cutters to cut down some of the scapes on these because they are just crazy. They smell very garlicky. They're cool looking. I don't know if my chickens are gonna like these, but then what we're gonna do for the garlics that we do have, I'm just gonna wipe off some of the dirt here. And we wanna keep a lot of it still intact, and we're not gonna cut at the top of the garlic yet. We're gonna let it dry first. So I'm just gonna get some bunches of these. Maybe 4 or 5 in a bunch. Good. Try to knock off some of that dirt here. And then we actually keep all of our garden supplies in a mailbox in our garden, which is such a fun way to do it. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try to just make these a little bit smaller here. A little bit harder to do this with a hard neck because they're not as flexible, they're much stiffer. But it is still working, so it's not that bad. It's important as you're doing this, you don't want to peel off any of the outer layers. You want to keep those on because that's going to really protect your garlic, especially over winter when you might want to keep it so you can be eating it all winter long. But also maybe take inventory of some of your biggest and strongest garlics, and whichever cloves those are, you might want to put those aside and dry them out to be using as your seed crops for this fall when we plant them, so you don't have to buy new garlic seeds. Now we're in a not so well lit basement of ours, and this is where we're going to actually cure our garlic. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to hang it up in an area that it can actually dry out a bit more, and you want it to be in a nice dry area with no rain, no wetness, and an area that it can really dry. Once you've gone ahead and let it dry out for a couple of weeks, anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks, you'll start to see that it's nice and dry to the touch. You can go ahead, cut back the ends here. You can even cut it shorter than this one. And you can store it in paper bags in a nice cool, dry space is going to be the best space to actually put these. And you can be eating a hardneck garlic for around 4 to 6 months, which is why we absolutely love growing them, is because they store for so much longer. Best of luck with your gardening, and make sure to follow along if you're interested in more gardening content for the Zone 7 area. See you next time. Bye.